Thanks, Revanth. Thanks for sharing your experience and insight. Well, let's proceed to the most awaiting panel discussion for the day 2. So, how to do academic project using artificial intelligence. So, we have the panelist, Mr. Navin Reddy, the TEDx speaker and the well-known YouTuber Telusko, Mumbai. And we have Dr. Raul, the Dean of Artificial Intelligence, Machine Learning, Robotics at Woxsen School of Business, Hyderabad. Then we have Dr. Venugopala, data scientist from Hyderabad, and we have Dr. Kumar, the assistant professor, associate professor of Pilani, Hyderabad. Welcome, gentlemen.
Hi.
Okay, hi, Mahesh.
Hi.
Hi, good morning to all.
Yeah, good afternoon all.
Hi, good morning.
Good afternoon. Okay, great. So we all are set, I guess.
So for this presentation, panel discussion, Navin would be a moderator. So everything is yours, Navin. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you so much, Mahesh, and thanks for giving me a discussion on a very interesting topic, which is academic projects. The one part when AI comes into picture, colleges especially, they are moving towards AI more. In fact, colleges are always interested going towards, some advanced level projects. It can be blockchain, it can be AI, it can be robotics. Even before, when AI was booming, maybe 5-6 years back for colleges, most of the colleges, just to get an edge in the market, they wanted to build AI projects. And for them, AI project simply means if-else. If you can build a project using if-else, that's an AI project. But things are changing now, thanks to all the tools available nowadays. And we have some great people coming up from the industry to the colleges to help them. So let's have a discussion on how to do academic project. And for this, we have great panelists here. So first of all, I want to welcome everyone. We have Dr. Venugopala, Dr. Raul, and Dr. Kumar. So let's start with the first question for everyone. The first question, let's start with you, Dr. Venugopala. So do you think solving Kaggle challenges are good for academic projects?
Hi, I have a mixed opinion in this actually. Kaggle is a great place, for a great opportunity for learning. And it will also, expose it for the people to learn, most of the state-of-art algorithmic point of view. And it is also a platform where you can show your talent to others. And as being data science is a more of community field, you can create a community for yourself. Having said that, as I told yesterday also, data science is not a code. Kaggle is a right place to, enhance your skills as far as code is concerned, as far as technology is concerned. But when it comes to academic project, your academic project should have an opportunity to explore, enhance your chances to get placed. So yes, as far as technology innovations, if you want to observe the technologies, the Kaggle is the best place. But if you want to sell yourself and if you want to showcase your knowledge solving capability, domain explain, skills and visualization skills, you need to do an academic project which essentially try to solve a business problem. The problem with the Kaggle is mostly accuracy based, competitions. Most of the Kaggle competition, if you see, they are all the prediction based. But data science is not only prediction, there will be some other problems also. So that's the one thing. And one more suggestion I wanted to give for all the engaged data scientists. Now is the Kaggle is not part of your academic project. It should be part of your daily activity, because that's where you can observe a lot of things. So that's where you can learn from other people work. That's where you can get a lot of info. So it's not only just you need to go for some academic project and do the Kaggle. You need to do on the daily basis. By that, you can upskill yourself. And second, one more, as I told you that, your project should help you to place you in some kind of business. So as most Kaggle competitions are, accuracy led, I think you need to pick up a project where it should give lot of scope to explainability business solving. So I say, as far as technology and knowledge is concerned, follow the Kaggle. But if you want to, sell yourself, if you want to put you in some kind of business perspective, where you want to work with any business, work a project, which can give the business sense as well as interpretive skills and visualization skills. That's why I told it's a mixed opinion in my perspective.
Okay, now that's a good insight. Having mixed opinions is very important because you can also see the positives of it and negatives of it. Great insight. So let me just put the same question to you, Dr. Raul. Do you think the Kaggle challenges are good for academic projects?
Well, here, complementing his points, of course, when it comes to Kaggle or Stack Overflow or even GitHub for that matter, accuracy and reliability on results, as well as the reliability of the data that is provided, is a question mark. So I won't go much into that because I have my own reservations on that regard. Whether it helps people learn, that also is a question mark because, again, let's take the example from Wikipedia. It's an open source. We all tend to go directly there for any sort of reference, but at the end of the day, it's a self-edited source. So whether the ones who are on the other side are experts or charlatans, we have no clue about. And we are just relying on their word and relying on the code, in this case, that is provided in Kaggle, and the sets they are providing with and different models as well, to assume that we are in the right step and taking the right approach for our model, be it prediction or otherwise. But at the end of the day, academia is everything about accuracy, everything about quality controls, and to be honest, online platforms where everybody can access and can post whatever sort of content they feel is correct. And it's, of course, a personal subjective opinion. At the end, it will end up reducing the quality of academic projects in the long run, rather than improving it. Though I agree with what the previous speaker proposed, that, of course, it will help you learning on a daily basis. But when it comes to academic projects, we are not only looking at learning on a daily basis, but developing something for the industry in the long run. So apart from learning, there has to be an accuracy and quality control, which is not there if you look at these kind of platforms.
Oh, that's awesome. So the main question here is about the accuracy of the data. When I used to think about data, that's the same question I have. So I have worked on some big data technologies, and then every time we have the same question: are we working with the right data? So that's a good point. So let's move towards Dr. Kumar. What is your insight on this?
So yeah, so actually, so when the students are interested to do project on the machine learning, the main objective is data set. So most of the time we are finding the difficulty in finding the data set. And actually we are going to prove that whatever the data you are going to consider, we have to prove that whether this data is accurate or not. So in this case, most of the time we are using the Kaggle data set because they will provide the data in various domains. It is not like the software domain, but it will also provide the data for the image processing, it will provide the data for the NLP domain, it will provide the data for the normal industry domain. It means all the domain they will provide you the data set. Okay. And the big advantage like that, you can believe on those data set. Most of the time they will provide you the accurate data set or unprocessed data set. But when we are taking the data from any paper or any publication, most of the time we are getting the processed data set. And directly we are using the ML technique. But when we are working for the raw data or unprocessed data, we have to follow some procedure. But in the Kaggle, they will provide you the raw data. So you have to actually you have the idea about the data pre-processing, machine learning, and data validation. This is one advantage. Second, like that, they are also giving some competition type of thing. They have given some fixed time. Is within this time you have to submit this project. So if you are going to participate in some competition, then within a fixed time you have to develop one model, and after that you have to submit this model. And after that they are checking this model on some different data set. But most of the time when we are doing when we are going to consider any data for the publication or some research paper, then in this case, most of the time we are using the holdout method and cross validation to find whether our model is accurate or not. We are not going for the deployment phase. But in the Kaggle data set, what they are giving, they are only giving you the training data. Based on the training data, you have to develop the model, and after that you will submit the model. And after that, they have some fixed test data, and based on the test data, they will find the accuracy. Means you have no any idea about those test data. But when you are working for the whole data, means apart from the Kaggle data, in this case you have the idea about the whole data. So in this case, you can also manipulate the algorithm. You can run the algorithm 2 or 3 times, something like that. But when you are working for the competition type of thing, you have the two part. The first one, within a time you have to submit the project. Means regularly you will work on this project. Second one, you can also check whether your project is how much accurate. Means you can easily find the accuracy of the project. So here the student will get the two benefit. The first one is they will regularly work to submit this paper, means this project, and the second one they can also find whether this project is accurate or not. And based on that, they can make the conclusion. Based on that, they can modify the code. So I think this is the most benefit of using the Kaggle data. So when you are working for the Kaggle data, here you can also put this competition, this accuracy in your CV resume. So when you are going for any interview, you can easily show like that. So we have participating in the Kaggle competition and we are getting this rank, something like. So definitely you will get the benefit in your placement. So this is my point of view.
Okay, that's a great point. So of course, when you go for the job interviews, you need some things to showcase, right? And Kaggle is a great Kaggle challenges are the great way to do that. Perfect. And then you also talked about some raw data and the process data. That's a very important point here. Okay, so just to sum it up, we can say that the Kaggle challenges are great. It's just that if you are working with when you're working with the data, it should be accurate or it should be processed. And if you are working with raw data, then you need to predict the data first and then you can process. Okay, perfect. So that's one thing you can do. So let's move to the second question I have here. In fact, this question is there from a long time in my mind, not just for the AI, but in general for every technology. So I got an opportunity to work with multiple institutions and colleges, and then they have this issue, right? So I do get a lot of messages from the students there. They want sponsor for their project. When I watched the movie Civil War, I don't know how many of you are a big fan of Marvel. So when I was watching that movie, in one of the scene, the Iron Man, he sponsors all the MIT projects. So do you think companies should sponsor the academic projects? At least they can give data, maybe not sponsoring the entire project. If company can give the real-time data, it will be very helpful for the students, right? So what's your thought? So let's start with Dr. Venugopala.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah, I think if you see the latest after digitalization, we are seeing a lot of startups are coming. So I think there are a lot of startups. So they are ready to invent the internships and they wanted to work with the students also. At the same time, and the institutes are also looking for internship, because I also teach I am a visiting faculty for Usmania University and I have a startup also. So basically, when I talk to any academics, the most of the academics they wanted to send their students for a internship. At the same time, students also a lot of opportunity to go and do the internship with the startups. Like in the earlier discussion, also Dr. Usha ma'am told that students should start working their career in the startups. When you are working with the startups, you will get a lot of opportunity. What I'm saying is students, but I only worry. I think I can see because when I'm working with the students, some of the students are really they feel that project is not that much important, and that time probably they will use for learning some kind of technologies or some kind of languages, and they can give and they're not focusing too much on the projects. So what I'm suggesting in this regards, I think in this perspective, please go and work with the startups. So startups is the place where you can learn a lot of opportunity, where you will be part of complete workflow. Even the Jack Ma also told the same thing. I think first 20 to 30 years where you should work, you should find a company or a boss where you can learn more, and 30 to 40 you need to become expert what you are doing. You can try out whatever you want to try out between 32 and 40, and 40 to 50 you become expert, and after 50 just mentor. So if you follow that aspect also, I think it's the students' responsibilities to go and find the startups where the companies are also willing to give offer the lot of internship. I personally know most of the companies are doing it, and sometimes we are not finding students because students' perspective is completely different. So in this regards, I'm just telling the students, go and find. There are a lot of companies, they are ready to give the internship opportunity. At the same time, the institutes are also trying to a lot of companies, and they are also getting this. This should be happen. I think Mahesh and team are also working with a lot of colleges and universities. They are tying with industry collaboration with academics. So I think the students have really great opportunities, and both institutes and companies are looking for this kind of collaborations. So it's all at students' side. It's they should use this opportunity and upskill themselves. So that's what I feel.
Okay, that's great. So all the students look for startups first. In fact, I believe the same way. It should be startups you should be approaching first. So what I would suggest to everyone who is watching this session is search for Dr. Venugopala Manneni on LinkedIn and
Yeah.
apply for the startup first.
Yeah, we are looking for the people, obviously. Yeah. That's where
great.
startups
That's
also
awesome.
get benefited. I mean, that's the way we can catch the young talent and we can absorb them as employees. That's what our policy also. If anybody will come and do some part of internship and they impress us, yes, that's where we can also get the talent. No?
Yeah, that's
So
right. It's a
getting
win-win
correct
situation
talent
for
in the
everyone.
no, getting correct talent in the data science is really tricky nowadays. Okay, so this is how
That's
should also get helpful from the students community.
Yeah, that's perfect. So let's move the same question to you, Dr. Raul. What do you think? A company should sponsor? I mean, they should sponsor academic projects, right?
Well, I think first before jumping into whether companies will pitch or not pitch in data or any sort of sponsorship, financial or otherwise, we need to remember what the purpose of a degree at the end of the day is. The key purpose is to get a job. Apart from knowledge creation and dissemination, which is of course equally important, we all know that the students pursue a degree with the aim of achieving a well-paid job at the end of 3 years or 4 years, 5 years, whatever the time it takes them. So whether companies will fund those projects is a question mark, but what is important to remember is that students need to especially focus on projects because bookish knowledge is not going to provide them with the street smarts they require to develop such applications in the market. So only projects will be able to achieve this. However, companies in terms of finances, mostly MNCs will be willing to do it with certain institutes, which is already happening, the IITs and IIMs of the world. But apart from this, if it comes to providing data, we have to keep in mind and bear that most of the data companies provide are subject to copyright issues as well as privacy laws in certain companies, and they might not be so willing to share it in that way, especially with students, because there's no reliability on how they're going to utilize this data also. So there should be some sort of NOC or some sort of MOU signed between companies and institutions and companies and students, where else they can share such data and utilize for certain purposes. I know of various institutions in Europe which are using this kind of approach, and they're providing NOCs to the institutions, and the students, after getting the data and developing projects, they join the company as a full-time employee. So they get these kind of facilities. In India right now, it's not yet implemented on a large scale, but this is the only way that students can really grow professionally and personally both.
Oh, that's great. So that is one thing, right? So students should be working on real-time projects. That's how they will get the real essence of the technology, not just bookish terms or theories from the books. Great. And then again, the point was from the company's perspective, will they share data? Because the data is confidential and there will be some issues. That's a great point, Dr. Raul. Let's move to the same question to Dr. Kumar. What do you think? What's your
Yes,
point?
so I fully agree with the Dr. Rahul. So actually the company never share the actual data. They can only share the dummy data. They can only share the sample data. So when you have the MOU with the company, then in this case, they can share the some part of the data. Because due to the privacy of the data, they will never share the data. Regarding the sponsorship, definitely the company will give you the sponsorship for the similar types of project, but they will consider like that, you will consider similar types of data. And this is our objective. So we will consider some dummy data, and based on that, we will develop some model. Okay. Now, especially in the industry, means academic project, whatever the project we are doing, we are mainly focusing on the machine learning or artificial intelligence. So if you are working for the AI project, mainly we are giving the 90% weightage to ML technique. We are using some advanced machine learning technique. But in the industry, they are using the simple technique, but they are using in the process manner. Means first they are going to validate the data, then they are using the model. After that, they are going to deploy this model, and then they are going to check the performance of the model, something like that. But basically, when we are doing the academic project, in this case, we are not focusing on the deployment part. We are not focusing on the pre-processing part. Directly, we are using the Python tool. Directly, we are feeding the data, and we are finding the accuracy, and we are planning to submit this paper. So this is the main problem with the academic. But the industry, they are looking for the whole framework. They are looking at a project as a product, means how to provide this project as a product, means the fully deployment thing. Because recently in the BITS Pilani, mainly in the BITS Pilani, we are also sending the student for the internship. That is also called the practice school. So there are two types of practice school, PS1 and PS2. So in the PS1, normally for the second year student, we are sending 2 months for the internship. And most of the, this time, most of the computer science students, if we are talking about the, out of 100%, 85% students are interested for AI and ML based project. And most of the company, they have given the project related to the AI and ML. And practice school 2, that is for the 6 months. So basically the final year student are going for the practice school 2. And here also, when the students are going for practice school 1 for 2 months, the institute will assign one faculty for the mentorship. Means they will assign 40 students for one faculty. So I'm also the mentorship for this time for practice school 1. And I observed like that the company, they are not using the advanced machine learning technique. They are using the simple technique, like they are using the linear regression. They are using the simple logistic regression, but they are using the fixed manner. Means the first they are taking the data. After taking the data, they are going to validate that whether this data is accurate or not. So they have used some technique for validation. Then they are going for the model development. After model development, again they are going to merge this model in their dashboard. And finally, they are going for the deployments. With the whole project, if you are talking about the machine learning part, they are taking very small part. Means within a 1 or 2 weeks, you can develop the model. But this whole 2 months means the whole project is like that. You have already idea about the ML technique. You have already idea about the HTML file. You have already idea about the deployment, how to deploy this model. And after that, you have also idea about how to check that whether your model is accurate or not after the deployment. But when we are talking about the academic project, we are only talking about the data, models, and publication. We are not talking about the deployment, and after deployment, we are not talking about whether the model is accurate or not, and what types of testing. We are also not doing the testing of AI application. We are only based on the testing data, we are finding the accuracy, but we are not actually applying the test coverage on the AI application. So this is also one important point when we are working for the means academic projects. Something that's why the company is not giving the full sponsorship to the student, because here the academic is mainly like that. They can develop the model, they can find the accuracy, and then their objective is to publish this model, something like that. So this is one problem.
Okay, that's great. So company, when they give the projects, it should not be only working project, but it should be project which should be deployed. Properly tested. That's a good point. That's a very good point. So just to sum it up, we had a great discussion here. So thank you, Dr. Venugopala, Dr. Raul, and Dr. Kumar. So the points which we have talked about is, can we use Kaggle challenges for the academic projects? And then, of course, we had some mixed opinion here because of the accuracy of data, what kind of data we'll be getting. Then we have moved towards should company sponsors the project, but again, they have some issues about the confidentiality. They have some problems with will they able to build the entire end-to-end project, because that's important, right? No company want just to build a project. They want the project to be properly implemented. So it was a great discussion. In fact, this is one of the best 30 minutes of this week. So thank you so much for your insights, everyone.
Thank you.